morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name's Jade, and this is How to App on iOS. Boom. And today we're going to be taking a look at Iconica Sketch by Steinberg. It is incredible, baby. Hello, welcome to the show. My name is Jade and this is How to App on iOS, and I hope you're doing okay. It's been a massive day, lots of excitement around the iOS communities because Cubasis dropped a massive update, and I've been sitting on it for a little while with a few other people. There's been a heap of videos drop on it, and the buzz is real because Cubasis, Steinberg, that amazing one-person team. Hi, Lars. I hope you're watching. Hope you're doing well. And I want to thank Lars because, he is a one-man band over there at Cubasis, and he pushes out, he tries to do his best to give us the best tools to make music. And, it's been a long time coming, but tempo changes, time signature changes in the track. Lovely. And the implementation is sensational. Great job. And also the release of Iconica Sketch, which we're going to take a look at today. I did a very short demo last night for Cubasis just to let you know of the updates and how easy it is to use. It's fantastic. It really is good to see. And, here's the thing. You're not going to please everybody. There's always going to be something people are going to want and not use and all that stuff, but it really does take Cubasis 3.7 to the next level. It's no longer a toy. iOS isn't a toy, my friends. I'll tell you on a side note, we'll go to the side over here. I saw another post this week of a number of posts across Facebook, people saying iOS apps are far too expensive. Man, what world are you living in? Like, go and buy a Fab Filter app on a desktop and then go and buy it on iOS and then come back to me with how you went. Because, yes, here's the thing, right? The economy of iOS goes like this. You want desktop quality stuff, the stuff that's on desktop, on the tablet that now is as powerful as a desktop, you're going to have to pay a little bit more. It just is what it is. And that's the way the capitalism works. I don't know if you know that, but it's a thing. We do work under capitalism. Yeah, $170 plus compared to $35. Disparity much. But yeah. So with Cubasis 3, let's talk about it because you're getting updates for free. If you bought it ages ago, you're still getting updates for it. This is one of the things that iOS has over desktop software. It's not, for the most part, you're still getting updates for free for some apps. Even back in like 2012, they're still updating these apps. It's incredible. It really is. Anyway, rant over. It's great news. It's fantastic for Cubasis users. It got me into Cubasis for several days making this ridiculous piece of music. So I'll tell you a little side story before we get into Iconica. I got a little bit of extra time today. So yesterday I reached out to Jamie Melander, who's here in the chat. We'll say hello in a moment, and said, can you shoot me your videos before you put them live? I just want to make sure I'm not doing the same thing as you. Because, we both have different channels. He's more focused on Cubasis, but he makes great music, and he's an awesome musician. You know the deal about Jamie Melander. And I just wanted to make sure we weren't doing the same video. Turns out he spent all this time making this huge orchestral piece, and so had I. And I'm like, well, I'm not changing that. But anyway, look, his videos are great. Go and check him out. He's in the chat. Go and watch his 2 videos he did on Cubasis. He is the man for Cubasis stuff. He's the man with the plan and the hair and the flair and the debonair. Sunsilk swirl, let me tell you. His videos are great, so go and check them out. He puts a lot of time and work into those videos, you know what I'm saying. Me, I just ramble on. Okay, let's say hello to you all. We'll get down to business. Rosa Dark Leela, she's coming up after today's show. Audible Video is here to give us some quips. Thomas Christ, the legend. Eventually, I imagine the price of iOS will be similar to desktop. Now there's iPads with M chips. Yeah, so savor it while you've got it, because you're right. And thanks, Thomas, for banging a link to our friend Jamie the Dude. Mateusz Prokowski, Ed B. Metal, what's going on? Covered by CQ, hello. I think I got most of you in the chat. I see some lurkers. Lurkity, lurk. Have fun lurking. It's all good. In the hood. We love our lurkers. Today, my hair mostly be smelling of apple and coconut. Well, there you go. So if you don't know the joke, Jamie got a comment on one of his videos over the last day that was asking him what he uses to make his hair look so lovely. And it's been a bit of a giggle for all of us because, I've often thought it, but never wanted to ask because, that would be weird. But now we know, don't we? It's all out in the open. Anyway, so not only did Steinberg release Cubasis 3, but they dove their foot into making Cubasis an even more serious piece of songwriting equipment with the wonderful Iconica Sketch. And yes, it's just scraped in for one of my top apps for the year. So if you don't know, next week we do a top countdown, not in particular order. There's no order. There's no number one, none of that. It's just good stuff. We do music, artists from within the community for the year, a bunch of songs that I thought were really cool, and I play them for you all. And then we do apps as well. And this one is scraped in, get a little bit of insider as one of the top apps. We have been very lucky this year with some particular apps around particular styles, and those are orchestral apps and some drum apps. Two styles of apps that are very lacking on iOS. Most of us will look towards Contact and go, imagine having those orchestral strings and all that stuff. And drum apps have always eluded iOS, but this year we got one shot and we've had a whole lot of fantastic orchestral sounds now with Iconica Sketch and with the amazing Soundbox, which we're taking another look at tomorrow. So it's been a great year. I saw somebody even wrote yesterday in a post, this year's been awful for apps. Where have you been? There you go. A great year for apps, not so much for reality. Yeah, there's a lot of people not living in reality at the moment. But Iconica Sketch was a thing. I was lucky enough to be on the beta for a fair while and get to play around with it for a long time, and Cubasis. So again, thank you, Lars, for entrusting myself with the betas and all of that stuff to have a heads up and get to see what's coming. He's an awesome dude, Lars. I've had some wonderful conversations with him. And let's open up first this little piece of material. This is the press release for Iconica Sketch for iPhone and iPad. It does cost $19.99 USD. Currently, that's an intro price. It will go up to $26.99. Not a huge ask, really, for a really incredible app full of wonderful synth sounds. Now, we do have some great ones. We've got iSymphonic, and there's, Beat Hawk has some great sounds. We've got Pure Synth has some great sounds as well. We've got Cinematics has some great sounds as well. There's something special about this one because the interface is very, very simple, and it's not just for Cubasis. So the way you get a hold of this is you go to the App Store, you purchase it as a standalone. It works as an AUv3 in Logic or whatever you want to use it in, AUM. Plus, once you purchase it and then open up Cubasis, you'll see an option to download it as an app built into Cubasis. Really, really cool stuff. Plus, you can still use it in Cubasis as an AUv3 and load it that way. But it is integrated as well. As soon as you buy it, you'll see it for free. pop up in your Cubasis. So here we go. It says here your ultimate orchestra app for iPhone, iPad, and every AU compatible mobile DAW. And I've tried it on a bunch of them. It says here Cubasis, Logic, AUM, GarageBand. So if you're a GarageBand user, you're in for a good time as well. It also is available for Android. Complete orchestra. It really is a complete orchestra. Now I'm going to hear people say, is it sample based? What is it? Yes, the download when you install it is about 1.8 gigabytes, but that compared to a lot of symphonic apps is measly. Think about iSymphonic with its abhorrent in-app purchase system, which gives you one instrument here, one instrument there, and they put them all together and you just go, but I don't want all those ones. I want the a la carte system in that is crazy. Plus, each pack is about 9 to 14 gigabytes, and it takes up about 100 gig on your iPad. So this at just around 2 gig, very nice, very reasonable. You know what I'm saying? Hello, Ashley. Good to see you. Yes, you took the words right out of my mouth. Very much so, there, Thomas. So heading back over here. So you've got violins to percussions. You've got you can compose, as you see here in our friend Cubasis. Short and long articulations, including legatos. Quickly capture ideas. Always ready. It works on an iPhone, iPad, and here is the launch details. As I said, $19.99. It will go up to $26.99 January 7th. So in the new year, it will go up. So you've got plenty of time to decide. It's worth your money. Let me tell you that. Let's open up something to hear a bit of it. I've got a few samples I've made today as well. I made this in AUM just to prove it works. It works in AUM. Look at all those scalars over there. God damn, Scalarville. All right, let's play this thing. I'll shut up and have some coffee. Let's ooja. Wow, lovely stuff. So what have we got? A whole bunch of them there. That was running at, 45 DSP. And most of that is coming from the scalars. Let me tell you, scalar that's pushing that DSP up high there. They've been very well put together inside the app. So DSP is not really a problem. As you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is that 7? I can't count. 6. So, and not a problem, no stuttering, no issues, no nothing. I am on a iPad Pro 2022. It is an M2 with 8 terabyte of memory. Yes, wonderful stuff. So I'm going to open this up first as a standalone. So we'll close out of here. Make sure I don't have too much junk going on. Now, I will today close. So if you saw my video I dropped last night on Cubasis with the tempo track, so you can come in here now, you can change tempo. Look at this, you can change tempo and you can change time signature. It's really easy to do. It's nuts how easy it is to do. Go and check out that video. It only gets for about 20 minutes. I kept it short and sweet. But I made this project in here and I only played a little bit of it last night. Today we'll close by playing this full orchestral piece that I wrote, which is, yeah, it took a long, this took, I said on the video, yeah, I just threw this together. It actually took about 2.5 days to make this. So there you go, there's that. But we'll close out of this. Let's open up Iconica Sketch as a standalone to kick things off. And there it is. Okay, so I just want to, let's go across from the top and show you how it all works. You've got The instructions. This will take you to there. If you click on here, say yes, please, it'll take you there. Click off. We've got our transpose, so you can transpose yes. You've got tuning, so if you really want to get in there and go nuts with your tuning, you can do that. It's already set to 128 voices, but you can crank it up, 1024 if you really want to go that wild, but you don't really need to. Double tap and it'll go back to 128. Double tap anything. You've got your input channels, 16, of course we have, because that's how MIDI works. All ports, so I'm going to choose from here my input. I, of course, want to turn on my keyboard, and there it is, my Arturia, and that is now connected. Sweet. So there's that. Make sure we got volume. You can connect a MIDI keyboard as well if you like. And guess what this button does? This is your MIDI kill. One shot. Doosh, 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 doosh. Zap, zap, zap. Now, did I connect this all right? Input. I did. I think I left Cubasis open, didn't I? Idiot. Now let's come over here and make sure we're all good. And I've got no, what? Oh, hang on. Wait. Violins. This is weird. Where's my thing? Hang on a minute. Hang on, what's going on? Great demo, Jade, you're doing well. There we go, now everything's good in the world. So let's come over. So now you can see all the setup. So these are all your instruments you've got. A bass clarinet, basses, bassoon, two bassoons, celesta, a cello, clarinet 1 and 2, contrabassoon, English horn, euphonium, 2 flutes, glockenspiel, harp, horns, marimba, oboe 1 and 2, percussion, piccolo, timpani, trombones, trumpets, tuba, tubular bells, vibraphone, violas, violins 1 and 2, and a xylophone. Ooh! Sounds so good. So we're starting on these violins here, just so you can see the overhead of what's happening. So yeah, keyboard's connected. Simple. So we have all these articulations as well, and this changes instrument to instrument. And the way you change them is also customizable as well. So we've got our staccato, we got our pizzicato, woo, spiccato, sustain. Now, the thing is, what you need to get used to with this is using, whoops, wrong button, let's come over here, is using your mod wheel, because this is where it gets very symphonic. Super. Spider got a chill. Hello. Legato. Tremolo if you like drama. Wonderful. And we've got a sustain vibrato. And if you use your mod wheel, you'll hear this vibrato kick in. Awesome. So those are your articulations. And underneath we've got level, we've got an attack. So if you want to soften that attack, you've got a release and a main out here as well. So you've got a main there. Awesome stuff. Hello, Ed Z. What's going on? So let's talk about these articulations, how you can customize them as well. So if you see the keyboard, we've got our on-screen keyboard and you have a left and right section here. Now, if I keep going over, see that? We've got these are the articulations. Now, obviously, the keyboard I'm using, this keyboard, this key step 37, it's a little bit short. So for me to do the articulations and change them, I have to go all the way down. How far do I have to go? See, all the way down to be able to change them. So now you can see them changing with these keys, yeah? But I'm really low and I don't have enough room to play the rest of, so for this is customizable. So we want to find this. Where's our first note? Here's our first note right here. So we want these to be the keys, yeah? So all you need to do is go in where it has the letters underneath. I'll zoom in so you can see this. Where it has the letters underneath, just click it and you'll see edit pop up. And that's when you come in and you click your key like so and see it move. There we go. So you do the same with all of these. Hold it down until it says edit, next one, and you can move all these across to wherever you like. Next one, edit, douche, this one, bang. These are my sound effects I use for everyday life, bang. So, and then the last one, here, edit, bang. And look at that. We've now moved everything across so I can come back up my keyboard here, have my articulations. There they are. So they're here. There. Oh, I've still got edit set, don't I? Get off edit. There we go. So now there's all my articulations. So I can play here. Tremolo or legato. Super easy to do to move your articulations. It's really cool, yeah. It's really cool bananas. I love it, love it, love it. When I first got on the demo of this, I was like, oh man, can you not move those? What about poor people like me with my little key step? And I can't play keys for crap. Well, that's really nice that you can go in and do that. So let's go up here and go through some instruments for you. And then we'll open it up in Logic and do some things. Here's our bass clarinet. And, oh. Sustain. Legato. Now you can see with this, it's only a very short keyboard, yeah? Because that is the range of an actual bass clarinet. So keep that in mind, I know. Then we've got, of course, basses here. And of course, you've got your sustain. Let's play a chord. Remember, using your mod wheel really gives this is where it shines, yeah? This is where you make this shit shine. We've got bassoons. So every time you change to the next sound, it's going to most of the time start on a staccato. Wicked. So different bassoon. There you go. Now you notice the Celesta doesn't have any articulations because, of course, it doesn't. What are you, crazy? Shelly. Oh. Every time I use a pizzicato, I always feel like I'm in a Looney Tunes cartoon, don't you? And someone's running up a mountain. And then they're running back down, chasing Bugs Bunny. That's what it always reminds me of. Clarinets, of course. And let's come over here, some sustain. With our mod wheel. Here's the other thing about this that I really love. Sometimes apps can get a little bit complicated. Yeah, they can get a little bit complicated. And there's a lot of people out there who want all the features. They want every feature that's out there in the entire world. And then they don't use them. But not everyone's like that. And what's really nice about this is just the simplicity of the UI. It's really not complicated. Look at it. It's just screaming for you to like not think about it. That's what I really love about this. I opened, from the first time I opened it up, I fell in love with it and just went, oh, all right, that all makes sense. I don't need a manual that's 38 pages long. You know, I don't need Gavinsky to explain it to me. You know, I don't need a degree to understand it. It just does this. It allows you just to play, and that's really important with stuff like this because, you know, why do we download these apps? Because we're not violinists. You know what I'm saying? We're not violinists, and we're not cello players, and we want to be. I would love to be. I even bought a violin, and I gave up very quickly because it hurt. Anyway, I'm talking nonsense. Wonderful. Hey, SG Experiment, clarinet, contrabassoon. What is a contrabassoon? I know. It sounds like a fart. Give it some sustain. English horn. Wicked. Wicked, wicked. Now, remember, all of these have their articulations. Euphonium. Pressure sensitive, remember, as well on the keys. And you can see that in the little readout up here as I play lightly. Wicked. Flute. You too can be Joe Glenn. Sick. I've got a second flute. So again, using your mod wheel for that sustained vibration. Awesome. You'll get used to doing it. Plus, what's really cool in something like, Cubasis or in Logic, because you can use this in Logic too. Really easy to play all these chords in and then go back later, hit record, and then just play the mod wheel in and record the modulations in later on to do that. So you don't always, if you can't play your keyboard, you're not really good at doing this like I aren't. Play all your chords in, then go back later and put all the articulations in a bit later just by recording them in real time. Glockenspiel. So we've got a stop button here. That's it. That's it. Harp. Sexy. Horn. That's what she said. So, of course, this isn't as deep as something like Swarm, which has like full-on articulations and growls and flutters and all that kind of stuff. But go and buy that if you want that. But we have at least legatos. Sustains. And a Mikado. Sick. Hello, PAL. It's our halfway point. We run an ad halfway through the show, and I'm going to do that right now. If you want to avoid the ad, well, become a YouTube Premium subscriber and avoid the ad. Let's run the ad. The ad has been run now. And while we're waiting for those who may get or may not get served an ad, let's tell you what's coming up. There's a whole bunch of things. Even more apps have dropped. I'm really busting my ass to get as many app reviews out before Christmas, so keep watching the channel. Lots of pre-recorded stuff coming out. Tomorrow's live stream, if I can find it, we're taking another look at Soundbox with CinePads version 2 and 3 by Cinematic Alpha. That will be live tomorrow. Live stream, so you get to experience all the wonderful sounds of that absolutely live. We're taking a look at this also as a pre-recorded video, Revolve by Clevgrand. That, just keep your eyes on the channel for that. Also, we have coming up a solder box by Jacob Hack and Bramboss. So that will be up on the channel very soon. And the other thing, FM Zone. And there's been a bunch of new apps as well out too, which I don't have thumbnails for as yet, but they're coming, trust me, on that. And this week's interview, my friends, is with Marc Bro, the French-Canadian connection. Oh yeah, it's all happening with Marc Bro this week for my interview. Let's come back over here to these sounds. Then we're going to open it up in Logic and all of that. Boom. Oh. Horns, marimba. Every time I hear a marimba, I think of the movie, oh man, with Christian Slater. Is it called, is it True Romance? Is that what it's called? Anyway, it's the one where it's got Dennis Hopper in it. And he keeps seeing Elvis in the bathroom. Is that what it's called? I can't remember. I always think of that because the theme music is, I think of that film, I can't think of the name. We got oboes. Hey, Thomas Gillane, what's going on? Oboe, sustains. Lovely. Oboe too. Now, this one's different. This is our percussion map, and the articulations are a little different. Oh, man. I love this. You hold it down, and you just get a continuous roll. And all of the, they're all named up here so you can see what they are. Now, when you go down, and if we keep, is it down or is it up? I think all the rolls. Yeah. Sick. Awesome stuff. We got a piccolo. Piccolo, anyone? Hey, Del. If you're into doing the music from the Oompa Loompa song. Sweet. Timpani. Everything's in here. The only thing that's not in here is a saxophone, yeah? And you can change these to rolls. So if we go to our roll, now we've got to go down here, don't we? So it's the lower keys that are the rolls. See, if I play them by themselves, you're just getting a hit. Change it to roll. Wonderful. Trombone. Let's move back. Trombones, plural. Wicked and trumpets. single trumpet. Trumpets. They sound really, really good. We've got a tuba. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. I'm curious about the AUv3 parameters, like the key switch, attack, time, release, and maybe they'll be covered in another show. The key switch attack. I don't know. So I do know that articulations, I can tell you articulations work in your DAW if you are, so you're putting in your MIDI, the articulations work in the MIDI piano roll. So if you put in those notes, it will change in your MIDI roll to change the articulations. I know all that works. I've seen that, well, I've actually made that happen, so. Tuba sounds lovely, tubular bells. If you love church, vibraphone, violas, pizzicato. Again, there's that Looney Tunes. Spiccato. Wonderful stuff. We got violins. Let's go to sustain. A second violin. And a xylophone. So if you want some B-52s or just a breaking news, there you go. So that's all of the instruments at hand for you. Let's close out of here and open it up in some things. So you saw at the beginning I had it opened up in AUM. Let's come back to AUM for a moment. So, and just to make sure, audio unit, Iconica Sketch. Let's open it up in here. Parameters open. We've got global. Everything's in here. Key switches, key switch release, tuning, main level, attack level, release. Everything is in here if you want to go in and fuck around with your parameters. So yes, as you can see, this is not only in Cubasis, it is an AUv3. You can open it anywhere you like. Let's try it out in Logic, of course. That was the first thing I did when I got it, was open it up in Logic, because that's me. We want to go to Logic over here, create a new project. Of course, we want to do that. And let's try something weird and throw, you know what, we'll do a MIDI track first. And we'll do a scalar. Let's throw in a scalar just to create some chords, something symphonic, you know what I mean? Scalar. And we'll throw in here Iconica Sketch. So you can hear it's working, not a problem. We're going to come down here, do some violins. Sustain. Let's go into our scalar and create some chords. We'll keep it nice and simple as I can do. And see you later, Ashley. We'll do like just some classical. Choose a classical. What do I do? 15. There we go. Boom. Yes, I said all that at the start, Ed. So 1.8 gig. So you got to download it first, as open it up as a standalone, download the sounds in the standalone first, and then go and open it up in Cubasis, and you'll need to download the sounds in there as well. Or you don't have to at all, because you can just load it as an AUv3. You've got the option to use the the integrated version or the AUv3 version. In my testing, they both work. If there's some kind of difference, then it's eluding me. So now that we have scalar in here, I'm going to try doing our little magic trick where we put in these chords. So we're going to put in some chords here. We'll add a chord up the top, and we want to use MIDI input. And we want to go into scalar as well and do the thing. So just do that there. And we want to record these notes in. So let's go here. There's our first chord. Let's do a copy like that. And now tap on this one, input. There's our second chord. We'll create a new one here. Input. Boom. Drag. And there's our chords. All good. Now we can join all these, select them all, and oops, and join them. There's our chords ready to go. And I can record this in, or I don't have to. I can just copy this now. Copy, come down here to this clarinet, paste a playhead. There's our chords. We don't need scalar anymore. It's given us some chords. Delete this. It's gone. See you later, scalar. Thanks for hanging out with us. And now we have sweet. Let's loop that. And now we can come in and check this out. Let's go over to our, so it's working. You see it's working. It's all good. We'll go to our keyboard player. And we'll change the instrument, replace it, the Iconica Sketch, and then we'll come in here and we'll change this. We'll go to, let's just close that out. Scroll down, we'll do like a violas, and we'll do a pizzicato. Let's add in a piano. Now let's go in and do a bass player. But we'll change it. We'll change this bass out. We'll go in here and we'll change this out to a bass from Iconica Sketch. Basses. And we'll do a I'm going to also add in, actually we'll go into this bass clarinet and let's change this up. To block chords. Aha! But now we're going to have to reintroduce the instrument. Where'd my bass go? What happened? do that again. There we go. Oh, it is in there. I've got bass clarinet here. There we go, that's better. Wonderful! So let's duplicate this track here, and we'll duplicate, we'll copy these chords, and we'll put these in here as well. Paste it playhead, and we can take this down. We can go down an octave maybe. Transpose. Down an octave, and we'll change these to violins. We'll change these to cello. Yeah, why not? Yeah! Hello, Joe Glenn. So that works pretty good. I would say that's a victory. So yeah, there we go. It's not taking up too much CPU. You can see up the top here when we hit play. Let's check that CPU. Nothing. All right, but does it work in GarageBand? That's what everybody wants to know. That is the ultimate question. I haven't opened GarageBand for a millennia. What is GarageBand? Who is GarageBand? What is this GarageBand we speak of? Does it even work these days? Oh, see, this is how long it's been. So we're going to go to my iCloud Drive and find Garage. There it is, GarageBand iOS. We'll create something new. Does it work in GarageBand? What is this? Tracks. Thank you very much. We're going to go in here and grab our audio extensions, audio unit extensions. We're looking for Iconica Sketch. Douche. There it is. Now, I know it looks like it's making sound. That is the wonderful joy of Logic stealing audio. Wonderful. So it looks like it's working. We'll go for a cello. And we'll record something in. That's pretty piss poor. Oh dear. Can we slow this down? How do you slow things down in GarageBand? I've forgotten how to do it. All right, we'll just deal with it. Sweet. There we go. Works in GarageBand. Let's do it. Can you duplicate? Yeah, we can duplicate. So there we go. We'll do some violins here. Violins 1. Sustain. Turn this down. Why is it not coming through? Oh, I know why. Try that again. Yes, well, this is the thing. This is why I needed to show this in GarageBand because, yeah, the sounds in GarageBand, they're a bit old, aren't they? So I need to remember that. Let's try this again. Going to hit record, make sure my 1, 2. Sweet. So the one thing that's interesting there, what I've just worked out, so my mod wheel is dictating. If I play this back, I have to have it up pretty well. Also, it's actually recording the mod wheel stuff in there. Did that record in there? It did. There we go. So it's recording the mod wheel data in there as well because I pushed that up during that recording there. So it works in GarageBand. Happy days. You can't complain about that, can you, GarageBand users? Yeah? You've been waiting for Apple to do that for ages. Thanks, Steinberg. Thanks, Lars. You just made so many GarageBand users who refuse to budge from GarageBand very, very happy. Very, very happy. And that is a good thing because you know what? I said it in my Cubasis demo. Here's the deal, man. If you don't use Cubasis, that's okay. If you don't use Logic, that's okay. If you don't use GarageBand, that's okay. It doesn't matter what you use. Just make music. Just make music. It's better to make music than sit there and worry about what other people are using. Or, you know, FOMO, what am I missing out on in this store? If you're comfortable with GarageBand, stick the fuck on GarageBand. I don't give a shit. Just be happy and make some fucking music. That's the most important thing. This app is wonderful. It really is a thing of sheer beauty. I love it. Footprint. Relatively small in today's world of, especially with stuff like Soundbox. If you grab the some of the third-party versions, 9 gig per pack. That's a lot. 1.8 gig, not too much. And let's open up Cubasis because that's where this thing apparently shines. Now, when I first loaded Cubasis, and I had installed Iconica Sketch, down the bottom here, because this is kind of like Logic down here, you get a whole lot of stuff, things that are on sale. Now remember, while we're talking about Cubasis, it's currently on sale for $29.99, Cubasis 3.7, plus all the in-app purchases are on sale as well too, and it says right here that it's on sale. So if you click, look, everything's on sale. Douche, douchety douche, everything is on sale here. So, you know, go and get these if you want to go and install them into Cubasis. Currently on sale, I'm not sure how long for, but Iconica Sketch will show up here to install. And yes, once you hit install, it'll download the 1.8 gig that Cubasis needs as well just to do the thing. But if we open a brand new project here, let's just call it today's demo, because that is a stupid name to add, and I'll look at that and go, what is that? you can, so here's our MIDI track. We've got a MIDI track up here with our piano that you get when you open a Cubasis, a brand new project. Click on your instrument and here, that's what she said. You can come over here and go to audio units and just type in Iconica, because there's a search bar now, Iconica Sketch, and you can just load it as yeah, there it is. So you don't need to install it if you really don't want to have the extra 1.8 gig install. That's the way we roll, you know. Factory presets, my presets, so you can save presets in here as well. Good stuff. And there's that. But yes, once you do, if you want to install it, you can, and you will find it down here. There it is, Iconica Sketch. And here's where you can just choose your horn. Lovely. So I think I've covered everything today. It's going to work in all your DAWs, so don't panic. What a great addition to the AUv3 library. I really would love to see more developers, especially those who make DAWs. Imagine if we had all the great drum sounds in Nano Studio 2 available as an AUv3. Now, I know that is a ridiculous fantasy because Nano Studio 2 has been touched less than my grandma in the last 20 years. And she's dead. So the developer. So that's not going to happen. But imagine if more developers made their incredible sounds in their specific DAW available as an AUv3, like what Gadget did. This is what Gadget did. You know, they made all those great sounds available as AUv3s. It's good. It stops silly tribalism, and it only makes users want to buy your app more so they can use it in other places. You know, that was the one thing about Gadget, which used to piss me off so much. Not only do you have to buy the in-app purchases in Gadget, but then you've got to go to other apps and download those in-app purchases to make them available in Gadget, and then you're stuck in Gadget. And you might not like that workflow, but now you can download them, use them as AUv3s in Logic or AUM or wherever you want. That's great. And this is exactly that kind of thing. Lars, you've knocked it out of the park. Steinberg, great job. Let's open up this project I did in my Cubasis video, and we're going to close the show by playing this, the whole piece. I didn't want to put it in the recorded video because, you know, people are time poor and they get very upset when you speak longer than a minute and don't get straight to the app review. So who wants to listen to a 5-minute classical piece that I wrote and I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing writing classical music? Who wants to listen to that? But you're here with me now, and I'm going to force you all to listen to my classical piece that I wrote that is okay, I guess. It's got 12 instruments in it, trombones, violas, contrabassoon. It's got cello. It's got some percussion in it. It's got some things. Oops, let's scroll. So let's show here. So it's got, yeah, percussion, violins, violas. It's got some things in it. It's okay. Trombones. Oh, there's no percussion in this. Actually, what I did do as well, I did a cover of, I wonder if I can't play it. I did a cover of the music from Requiem for a Dream. That was my idea when I was doing the show. Stupid me went, oh, you know what I'd love to do with this app? Make the music from Requiem for a Dream. You know, the didn't, didn't, it's really, it gets in your head. And that film, Requiem for a Dream, is, yeah, hardcore. And that music makes that film even worse. So I did a complete rendition of it. And then I remembered YouTube Content ID. So I wasted an entire day recreating Requiem for a Dream for no reason. All right, let's get out of here. So here's the tempo changes. Let's just show you these. You can come up here. You can add a tempo change. You can just click on this. It opens up the little sidebar, and you can add tempos wherever you want. So you can move your little pointer here, bang, add a tempo change, drag this up, and you can see this is how easy it is to add tempo changes. Completely covered in the tutorial I did. Jamie Mallander's got a great tutorial as well. Go and check it all out. It's wicked stuff. Let's remove that. I've got no ramping, no nothing in this. I'm just going to leave it as intended, completely raw and naked, as it should be. Brad, you know what I'm saying? This is, I don't know what I'm going to call it. Let's call it the Cubasis song. Yeah? But it's not made by Lars, me, but a very small, excellent team. Well, you know, I just deal with you. Now, I know it's a very small team. And hi, Lars. What a pleasure. We've got Lars in the chat. Wow. Well, thank you for coming over here, Lars, and hanging out. We've got royalty here, folks. It's very rare I've seen you in a chat, so thank you for hanging out. But yeah, credit must go to the very small, fantastic team. We love you. Thank you so much for what you do. You know, look, I can't stress enough that people forget this, yeah? Before we play this, people forget, man. iOS, it's a niche market still. We're like a bunch of weirdos sitting here with our little glass tablets tapping away making music. The rest of the world still looks at us going, you make music on an iPad? So, the developers that we have here on iOS are very small, independent, and even larger companies like Steinberg don't have the armies of people that you think. So what we get, we should be thankful for and support them. Go and leave a nice review. And if you have a problem with anything, any bugs, don't leave a shit review on the App Store. There's a place to go. You can send an email to them and they'll get it fixed. That's the way it rolls. Anyway, I've rabbited on too much. Thanks, Lars, for being here. Thanks, everybody, for being here, right? I'm going to dump you over to Leela. She's got her Rise of Dark Lily. She's doing her show straight after this. I'll be back tomorrow taking a look at the cinematic alpha sounds in Soundbox. Lots of other demos coming up this week. And for patrons, got some copies of Cubasis and this to give away. So become a patron. Yeah? $5 a month and you can win heaps of apps. And it's only a small group of people who win apps each week, so you got high chances at that. All right. Do the things that make you happy, folks. Mistakes make you better, and we'll all rise together. Stay awake, and we're going to ode. And this is my ode to Steinberg. That's what we're going to call this song, Ode to Steinberg. See you later. I'll shut up, I'll get out the way, and we'll play this and get the hell out of here. Let's ode.